Hey guys, so this is just a random video for Monday, March 17th, 2025. Let's see. What am I currently looking at? I'm actually looking at just Tesla right now. Tesla puts. It looks pretty crazy right now with all these lines. So let's just get rid of all these lines right now. So first off, I'll just start with the daily. Daily says it had a resistance. Oh, did it? Yes. Here, let me make some marks right now. So that yellow line indicates like a breaking point. Let's add a yellow line. Normally once it breaks this yellow line, I go to the hour and see how the screen crosses this dotted line right here. That's where the breaking point at that price, so that's why we have a continuous downtrend. Normally those are like 2 or 3 day holds. So yeah, it started on Tuesday and ended up like on Thursday. Makes sense. Had that little bump up. Right now it does have a continuous downtrend right now, which are a little bit hard to read at times. But as of right now, we are betting puts onto it because it has a heavy resistance on the 4-hour, which is right here. The only reason that we know it's like a resistance right there is because see how this purple line crossed that blue line? That sort of indicates like a put right there. We sort of see the same instance for right here on top. We have a resistance right here. Could have been like a good 10-day hold. So that's pretty much catching it early. So early put, how far could it go? I think we sort of indicated it'll go down to 228, and we sort of based that off of the 20-day and 50-day moving average. So the price right here. So the red line's the 20-day, the blue line's the 50-day moving average, and ideally I'm just going into the 30-minute window and see where these blue lines and this red line intersects. So we have one right here, right broke below that. So what's the next target? The next target says it could go all the way down to 217. You see how the red line and blue line intersects. So those are normally how I try to find my price targets. Let's see. Also, there's some intersections right here, so you can sort of see why it's a bit stagnated right here. But just because it has such a high resistance and the overall daily is a downtrend, and we know the overall daily is a downtrend because of right here. Let's reset the chart. It's because it already crossed this red line. It's down below, pretty tough. Does it has a chance to bounce back up? Yeah, it does. Everything has a chance. Right now, it does say it has a chance to have a bounce within the mid 2 hours. So probably like around after 8:30. So as long as it stays below the price after 8:30, it's sort of good to hold. Next one is new. New is the other put I'm looking into. Has almost the same concept as Tesla. It's below its resistance, or not resistance. Yeah, it's below its resistance on the 4-hour right here. See how a little pickup right here? That's where it indicates a resistance. I'll make it blue. Easy. And it's also staying below this yellow line, so that's another heavy resistance on top of it. Ideally, you're supposed to wait for the hour, see if it breaks below this hour support. I just got into it because of it's such a heavy resistance, and also the 2 hours starting its downtrend also. So we'll sort of see if actually it's true or not. What's next? I did look at other stuff. I think Chinese companies are having a little bump up, but nothing too significant. Normally when the market opens, like on Monday, ideally you're supposed to wait about 2 hours before things settle after the weekend. Our last play was McDonald's, which was like amazing play. All because it had like a heavy resistance on right here, which is in the 4 hour and the daily, where there these two blue lines up on top is. We sort of indicate the daily resistance because see how this purple line crossed that red line. That sort of indicates a resistance. If we go to the 4 hour, same premise, sort of cross right up here, resistance. So we're pretty much almost copying the same premise, but on a heavier downtrend. Then we have the hour to verify it. We have this guy. See how this purple crosses red line? That's ideally the trend line it follows. So if it breaks, it'll have like a huge continuous downtrend. So we'll pretty much sort of see if Tesla has that same pattern. It does have a support on that 2 hour, like I said. So we have to wait till like 8:30. Go to back to McDonald's. Let's go to its 2 hour. So yeah, almost the same concept, but it did have a heavier fall though, for sure. But yeah, we'll see towards the rest of the day. I'm still focusing on puts right now because we had a nice bump up last week for like a slight bull trap. What else could we be looking at? Let's see. What are the NVIDIA? Or not NVIDIA, Intel. This is Intel. Intel. I didn't want to get into Intel because I believe it had it broke its 2 hour trend resistance, which is good right here. It looks super healthy on its uptrend. I think what made me hesitate. So it's starting a 4 hour resistance right here. Okay. What else? Oh, the daily resistance. Yeah. So normally right when this orange line crossed with this black line, that sort of indicates a heavy resistance on the daily. So that's what's going on. So ideally, Intel is supposed to be like a day trade. Ideally, if it's a day trade, you're supposed to look in the 5-minute window, and after 6:45. So at 6:45, this is supposed to be like the day trade snipe strategy. So at 6:45, it was at 25.45. Ideally, that's your buying area after it breaks, and your selling stop loss should be down here at 25.10. So ideally, if you want to do Intel as like a day trade, you probably buy it right now, and you would sell it like at the end of the day. So let's actually test this theory. We'll just buy only one contract to help prove this theory. All right, just one contract. Let's see. A lot of semiconductors are up. Netflix is up pretty big right now. Right now, it's hitting a resistance at that 961. I do think it does have more of an uptrend. I'll wait and see if this 2-hour crosses this blue line and see if it creates another resistance. But as of right now, it's sort of a bit of a high risk play right now. It's not really showing me a whole lot. Other than it's like having a bounce. Just like everything else. Alibaba's super strong right now. It could easily do calls right now. I sort of wish the 2-hour looks a little bit better. The hour says it has a heavy resistance up here on the hour. They'll hit all-time high. I don't think, not all-time high, but all-time high within like this month, easily. Let's see, what else is there? There's Lululemon. Let's draw some lines here. There's orange for the 4-hour support, so it broke that. Is there a daily support? Daily support says it's really high. So that's the purple daily support. Okay. So we do have a support on the 4-hour. 2-hour doesn't really say much. The 1-hour is not really saying much. It's just saying we have a heavy resistance on this 1-hour trend line right here. If it breaks above it, hopefully we'll see 334 for Lulu. JD. Oh, energy stocks are doing really well today, some reason. So JD has a slight look, has a very nice daily support right here. Let's see. Let's look at the 4-hour. The 4-hour doesn't really say much. It has like a bit of a risk hitting a heavy resistance right now. So we'll sort of see toward like the midday, see how much higher it can go. But it is hitting a risk pretty soon. But we'll sort of see towards the end of the day if that actually happens. The 2-hour looks pretty healthy. So if it breaks above like 440, like 45, yeah. Sort of see if it maintains its uptrend. On the weekly says it's amazing right now. So JD says it's a long-term hold all day. So you probably see a lot of movement from JD. I sort of wish the daily looks a little bit better, but what are you gonna do? Other than that, 2-hour looks very healthy. Let's look at MGM. Has a nice bounce. We have a nice bounce from the 4-hour support. Do we have a daily support from it? Not really. It's super high. There's the 4-hour old support, so most likely it'll probably run up to 334. Yeah, so 34. Let's see if it gets up to that. The 4-hour looks very healthy. 2-hour looks very healthy too. We'll look at the 1-hour. The 1-hour says, just like all of them, is dealing with a 1-hour resistance right now. So we'll sort of see if it breaks above it, and once it does, we'll probably do some easy calls on that one. But like I said, we are currently looking at puts right now. So Tesla puts are doing pretty well, and only thing that we have to worry about is the 2-hour support that. So after the support, after 2 hour, which is 8:30, which we have like 9 more minutes. So right now it's forming a secondary support line. So after 8:30, if it breaks below this trend line, probably see more of a downtrend on Tesla. So yes, Tesla is the main focus. New puts, it's holding its 1 hour trend line. So we'll see if it maintains it. Highly doubt it. It has a very, very heavy resistance. So I wouldn't mind getting some puts on new and see if we can get a cheaper price as it goes up. It's 5 minutes, so it's at a good buying price right now. Normally I use the 5-minute window and use the 20-day moving average, and that's where it indicates like my buying price. So right now, news currently at a buying price right now. We'll see if it can actually reach to 129.97, so pretty much 130. So let's see if it reaches 130. You can see if we can buy some puts up there too. But other than that, that's pretty much it. That's the day.